Social position is very important in Japan. Just like you should call teachers and older people Mr. and Mrs. in English. In Japanese, everyone you don't know should be called by their family, what we would call last name, and san on the end of it. You would never use san on yourself. So you would never say Jacob-san. Or when you talk about your own family to other people, you only call other people san. If you're talking to a teacher or doctor, however, you use sensei instead. There are 3 symbols you haven't learned in those words. One is se, one is sa, and one is n. You're going to learn the S line this week. That means you're going to learn sa and se. The last one, n, is basically just an N. It kind of even looks like an N, doesn't it? Sa, si, su, se, so, n. Let's practice what we already know. A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. So now let's do sa. Sa is almost the same as ki, except that it's missing one mark. So instead of doing 2 lines like this, you do 1, then you do the cross, and then you do this. Just like you did with ki, when you're writing it quickly, you can write like that. One good reason why it's good to separate this when you're learning to write it is because it gets confusing when you learn chi. Chi looks just like a backwards sa if you write sa quickly, but chi will never separate here. So learn it with separated and not together. With sa, you can say things like sashimi, which is raw fish, saru, which means monkey, and san, which means 3, saru. Now that you know sa, let's practice n too. With those 2, you can write san, meaning 3. Notice how the Chinese symbol has 3 lines in it. 1, 2, and 3 in Chinese are this. You pronounce them in Japanese as ichi, ni, san, which is pretty easy to remember, but the numbers get a little harder after that. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. All of that will come later though. じゃあまた明日。